Hi, baby.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just filming a video right now.
What are you filming?
Just a little vlog number 3.
What is it about?
Well, it's a little bit more on the serious tone.
Is it about COVID?
No, it's not. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not really. It's more just me opening up and sharing.
Nice, baby. I'm glad you're filming something.
Finds the head of short. It's in the net.
Bar none. Hardest thing I've ever done. Okay, we are recording. Nope, we're not officially yet. All right. I don't think I'll ever get comfortable. Maybe no, fuck that. Not the way to start. Yep, this is my second cup. Feeling ready, feeling energized.
2,000 years later.
This vlog is a little bit more on the serious tone today, just being real with you guys and opening up and sharing a little bit. I'm now officially unemployed. If there is such a thing as rock bottom, I guess you could say I have hit rock bottom, but I don't see it as that. I am, living off the government essentially, and I'm grateful that at least I'm able to get some bit of compensation while I figure out my next move. To be honest, I wasn't too happy with the work that I was doing. For those of you who don't know, I started Property Showcase Group. It was a company that focused on digital real estate marketing, creating video content, websites, virtual tours, social media management and distribution. So we were helping a lot of small and large companies in the real estate industry, whether it was commercial, residential, construction, all that jazz. That was my focus for the last 3 years, and that's what kind of drove me, was building that company, waking up every day and grinding essentially on that business. And my role was director of production, and it was something I always wanted to do, quite frankly. When I was in college, I was binge watching Casey Neistat videos, watching entrepreneurs like Gary Vee back when he had like 100,000 followers, and I was just like, why can't that be me? Why can't I be an entrepreneur that creates not only wealth for himself, but surround myself with people who think outside the box, don't feel like there's just one trajectory for your life, going to college, getting a degree, and then getting a 9-to-5 job, and hating your life essentially and going through that cycle. And really the main reason I started a company, if I were to sum it up, was because I wanted to build something for myself and for the people around me and just learn as we go essentially.
Nice, Lyle.
And basically starting extremely lean and having a minimum viable product, and then as you go and as you learn and test it, you develop, you get better at your business or whatever product or service that you're offering. Property Showcase Group was that company in the beginning, and it had all those things. It checked off all the boxes for me in the beginning, and I don't regret a single second that I spent on that business because I learned so much. And in the beginning, when you start a business, it's quick. You move quickly. You got to do whatever you can to essentially survive and create an income, which is what I did in the beginning with the group of guys that I was working with. And so the beginning's always the most exciting part. Sometimes 80-hour weeks, but it didn't feel like that because I really honestly enjoyed the work and the hours that I was putting into building something that I felt was greater than myself. That's kind of what was driving me the entire time. But then gradually, as year 2 started getting into year 3, I started noticing this plateau like feeling, and basically a feeling of I'm not learning anything. I don't want to be waking up every morning dreading what I'm doing. One day when I was in my office, I actually was editing for, I want to say, 8 or 9 hours. Like, it was a long day of editing for me. And there came a point where I was like in front of the computer, like typing, and I noticed that my vision started going double. And that was a really scary moment for me, because I, immediately was like, whoa, is that my eyes? Is that, like, what's going on here? So I left my office, and I noticed that my vision wasn't getting better. All of a sudden I noticed I had a serious migraine, and I was walking outside, and I actually my vision was so fucked up that I almost like couldn't cross the street where there was like oncoming traffic. I like literally was like having trouble deciphering like what was around me. And I called my dad and was like freaking out, and I was like, I have a serious migraine. I can't see straight. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. And I basically walked back to my office, and I think I just basically laid down and like breathed, and just basically my vision slowly started to come back just from being off the computer screen and taking a break. And it was that moment where I realized that you need to be careful and mindful of how much time you're spending in front of these screens. I notice if I'm on my phone late at night, I can't sleep well. I wake up anxious. Like this morning, I woke up around 5:30 and I couldn't calm myself down to the point where I literally had to go for a run, and even ran without my headphones or my Apple Watch or anything, because I was just like, I need to disconnect from everything and just, get some fresh air. And that was the first time I've ran without music in a while, and damn, did that run feel like a long time. It felt good afterwards. I cleared my head, and I came back and I did my little 10-minute meditation that I'm trying to stick to a 10-minute meditation every day. After that moment in my office, I actually did get blue light glasses, which definitely helped deflect some of those EMFs. I highly recommend, if you're in front of a computer, getting blue light glasses, because they definitely helped for me. I don't think they're a hoax. Blue light glasses do work. I actually purchased these blue light glasses for $10 on Amazon, and as you can tell, they kind of have a slight yellowish tint. Anyways, I want to be doing something that gives me more purpose in my life. I want to wake up every morning and be like, I'm making a difference, and I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. And even though I don't know what that next move is, and sometimes it's scary not knowing what's next, I know that whatever does come next for me in terms of a career path is going to be more in line with my values, and definitely focused in the health and wellness space, because that's something I'm passionate about. I love staying healthy, staying active, getting people motivated, inspired. I don't know what that job is. I don't know what that company is. Maybe I'm gonna start a new business. I have no idea, honestly. Right now, I'm unemployed, and that's where I'm at. And it's tough right now, like with this whole quarantine lockdown situation. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a social person, and it's been extremely hard on me. Like I feel I've been extremely anxious at times. I've felt really alone at times, and I'm getting a little taste of that UBI, that universal based income that Andrew Yang talks about. But the reality is, I think people need a purpose in life, and they need to wake up and work towards something and have something to strive for. And at least that's how I operate. If you saw the Elon Musk and Joe Rogan podcast, I think Elon Musk brings up a lot of good points about our economy and opening things up. I'm totally in favor of opening up our economy to those who want to, take a risk and continue to live our lives.
What the hell did you just say?
And I think we should have that option and the right to do that. In a lot of ways, I feel like we've become some kind of totalitarian state where we can't go out and have simple rights that we deserve, and that are stated in the US Constitution. But what do I know? Fuck my opinion, my beliefs, right? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, because, a lot of things are closed down, and that's the state that we're in. But, you know, I'm not gonna bitch and complain here. That's not the point of this video.
You have to deal with the reality of the situation. Dwelling and pondering and crying doesn't do shit, and it especially doesn't do shit in this echo chamber. In this arena, there is no crying.
When all of these apps started coming onto the market, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, I really was like, damn, these are some powerful tools. Being involved in a digital media company, I was like, I need to have these tools and be up to date with them and always be on them in order to have a greater understanding of how they work and how they function. Now that I'm not in a company, in a digital marketing company, I really don't see a need for me to be on social media. When I think about these apps, specifically Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, it's like they're not really providing me with any value aside from being able to stay connected with my friends and family. And that's the beauty of those apps, is they're really powerful tools in terms of if you want to connect with anyone, you know, it's really as simple as DMing them. Just like alcohol and drugs can become an addiction, I think social media is very addicting. And also, I think it's dangerous for mental health. And I know for myself, a huge reason why I feel so anxious and sometimes depressed at times is because of this. I'm constantly stimulated by so many different things. There's no reason for me to be knowing what's going on all the way across the freaking globe every day, 24/7. If I really want to know, I'll read the news on Google.
In other news, the Prime Minister of Sweden visited Washington today, and my tiny little nipples went to France.
What did he just say?
If anything, like, let's focus locally and do what we can in our own communities to make a difference. Like, that's just my opinion. Especially during this quarantine when you're stuck inside and you can't really necessarily go out, meet people and socialize and do all these things. That's like where these apps become so dangerous, because you're stuck in your room and that's all you do 24/7. Watch YouTube videos, Netflix, Instagram stories, blah, 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 Twitter, you know? And it's just too much. As of right now, there's really just no need for me to be on social media. If I start another business or I get involved in something where I need to spread the word or whatever, then I'll re-download these apps and use them in that way. But I really just don't need to stay connected to people 24/7. If you want to stay connected with me, give me a call, text me. By deleting these apps, I really think I'm gonna gain a lot of my time back, because I probably spend hours every day on these apps for no reason really, other than to see what other people are up to. And I'm excited to honestly see what happens with my life when I delete these apps. How much more productive will I actually be? How much more creative can I be? Just making this video and talking to the camera actually is helping me a little bit. And I know that whatever's coming next is gonna be huge. And during this time of uncertainty in my life, I really am just testing things out and kind of just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. If you are interested in health and wellness in general and want to connect and just chat, maybe we could partner up on something. I'm really open to a lot of opportunities that are out there. Thank you all for watching. As you can tell, I'm struggling to finish this video and just shut the fuck up and stop talking. Anyways, if you've watched this long, I appreciate you all. And I want to hear from you. How are you doing? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I promise the next video will be a lot more exciting. I'm actually planning on doing a 10-day cleanse from the company Purium, so stay tuned for that. That's gonna be crazy because I've never done a cleanse before and I'm kind of nervous. Yeah, 10 days. That's a long time to not have regular food, but stay tuned. Cheers.